Hey, my name is Matiss. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Green Finance, and this is what I do. Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? I'm recording live from this nice little place just right next to the mountains and the sea and the clear blue sky. So basically, it's Mallorca. I think I did a video actually in October of last year in Mallorca. So I'm here doing some home office. So I'm working while family is resting, as you can see. So it's all good. The balance is there. Let me just actually walk out on the street so I can go into the topic. So this is the glorious desk by which I am hustling, working, and getting shit done. Yeah, but let me just actually get right out from the house. So basically, as usual, another fine topic that I wanted to discuss, which I think is often misunderstood quite heavily, and that topic is a little bit about entrepreneurship and about kind of like creating business, and it is as follows: are entrepreneurs born or they are made? Are entrepreneurs born or made? What is this secret sauce that these magician entrepreneurs seem to possess that make them so glorious in the pursuit of accumulating wealth through building world-changing companies? Yeah, at least that's how, I guess that's how media would like to see entrepreneurs. In reality, those are just fuckers that live in the dirt and eat shit every day and solve problems and and put out fires. That's the reality. So it's interesting that the common consensus is that entrepreneurs, maybe I'll take my glasses off, yeah, that's fine. Entrepreneurs are, like poets, like artists, like, a special breed of people that seem to have a magic touch, and while that's, I guess there is some truth to it, but in reality, I have a very different opinion. And I have an opinion that pretty much everything that, an entrepreneur possesses in terms of abilities, skills, is pretty much learnable. I'm not sure if that's a fucking word, but those are things that you can learn, you can obtain, you can gather through experience, and I'm for sure. I mean, I wouldn't imagine people will doubt that you can learn a little bit of stuff about finance, so you can learn to understand how to manage people, you can learn marketing, you can learn sales, and etc, etc. And there's always an element that if you cannot learn something, or if you're really weak at it, you can outsource it, delegate it, get somebody else to do it, obviously, right? So that's let's agree that that's fairly fairly simple to agree on. And this is the kind of the little town shoreline. People love doing cycling over here, even with people like these, Yeah, that's what's up, sports, the rules. So that's the funny thing. So the one thing that seems to be associated with entrepreneurs that kind of makes them, unique or seemingly is the skill, the ability that you cannot learn, is the risk taking. And this is, my friends, another bullshit notion, because risk-taking you can actually learn just as about any other skill, There is this sort of perception that kind of you have to have something in you to kind of be able to see in the future and kind of take these risks and live with uncertainty. But the paradox, the obvious paradox is that you have far more certainty when you kind of are in charge of your job and your career as a self-employed person or an entrepreneur that has a business, than you have certainty when you are employed by somebody, right? Because really, when you are employed by somebody, you can get chopped any day. anything can happen, right? So that's a bit of an illusion. But the whole notion of uncertainty and kind of like risk taking, it's really like, I would draw parallels to, let's say, I don't know, like learning to ski and then jumping, right? Seems like, you know, like making a massive big air jump is like incredible, but once you kind of take step by step and you just like, you know, push yourself, push your limits a little bit, and then you understand, you kind of come at the other side of this fear, and you understand that that's just another thing that you just learn. Yeah, so that's about risk taking. Another, and I'd say another important aspect, which is probably associated to entrepreneurship quite a lot, is you know, the ability to kind of like, not to embrace, but you know, to persevere, to push through things, yeah, to not let go and not give up, and so that's a fair, you know, point when it comes to, can you learn entrepreneurship? Can you learn to build companies and build business, or is it like an inherent ability that you have in your DNA? And the one thing which is probably difficult to learn is perseverance, yeah, persistence. But the funny thing is that persistence, just as it is important and crucial in business, it is as crucial in any other aspect in life where you want to really become excellent and great. So let's take arts or music or family life or relationship or any other kind of like area. If you really want to become expert, you know, world class, you know, really great, etc., then you're gonna have to face a lot of adversity, and you're gonna have to try many times until you kind of become very fluent, and that is a definition of perseverance. So that is probably the only one thing that is kind of like ingrained in the entrepreneurial journey, which is a bit difficult to learn. But again, I mean, it's an emotional muscle that you just work on and develop over time, and you keep repeating and preparing and working until you develop it. So that's kind of like my take on whether entrepreneurship is something that people are born with, or the ability, or you can develop it. I certainly think that you can develop like 99.9% of it. And of course, there will be some people that are just naturally more talented and more capable as potentially as entrepreneurs, or some that are more capable in doing certain type of sport. Yeah, I think a person that is inclined to be a scientist and just loves being alone and doing research, it would never be a, you know, a magnificent entrepreneur, and vice versa. But that's obviously, you know, that's common sense. I'm not talking about that. But really, all the other skills you can just fucking learn. So let's remove all of our, call them, you know, objections. Not objections. What the fuck am I talking about? You know, excuses for, you know, those people that want to kind of like be in business on their own and own companies, and that if you hear people saying, oh yeah, but you know, entrepreneurship is something that you know, either you have it or you don't. That's the way people put it, right? Either you have it or you don't. I don't fucking think so. If you don't have it, go get it, go develop it. That is the message of today. All right, so that's it, my friends. I'm just gonna go and get some lunch now. Hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and all my other channels, and stay connected. Peace out. Stay well.